Even before we get started with data science and artificial intelligence, I wish to quickly explain you a few things that we are 360 Digit MG. Digit stands for digital transformation, management, and governance. 360 because we believe in providing 360-degree services. Digit because there is a wave of digital transformation going on. M is management, you want to manage the data, and G is for governance. Having said that, we have a lot of programs which are available, but the programs that you might be interested in would be certificate course on data science and professional course of data science and AI. Okay, these two you would be interested in. Who am I? Let me quickly introduce myself. I believe that in this digital world, we all need to be digital, right? We all, I'm assuming, uh, would be having LinkedIn account, which is very important for working professionals and for students. This is me. I happen to be Industrial Revolution 4.0 implementer and the chief data scientist and technology advisor for 4 different firms. I'm an alumnus of ISB and IIT with 15 plus years of experience. I worked in the past with HSBC, ITC Infotech, Infosys, and Deloitte. I happen to be director of Innodatatics. Sorry. Innodatatics is a USA-based analytics consulting firm. I'll speak more about this. I happen to be an advisory committee member for 6biz, chief data scientist on Brontobyte Analytics, on Athena Technologies, and I am a director of 360DigiTMG. This is my education. And these are the bunch of certifications that I have. Okay. And if you want to connect with me and ask questions, please feel free to do so. I think I have 1,000 plus CEOs of various companies who are there on my connection. So if you want to just leverage upon that, this is also another opportunity. Having said that, let me also show you guys on what are the kind of posts that we do. We have accreditation with UTM, which is University Technology Malaysia, and University Technology Malaysia is ranked in 187th position globally. And do you know what? When it comes to our professional course on data science and AI, you will get UTM certificate and you will get IBM certificate. I'll speak more. Yep. And this is a UTM certificate of one of our participants. And what I keep doing is, we keep coming up with shorter versions of videos for 2 to 3 minutes to ensure that within 2 to 3 minutes, we explain you about the entire data science life cycle. If you are interested, then you just need to go to 360DigiTMG, and there is this YouTube channel that we have. Okay. All I request you all is click on subscribe here. Let me open the Epic Pen. Yep. So I request you all to just click on subscribe here, because here we have also given a few free data science using our crisp DM videos. I would request you all to watch it. Okay, and you will get a lot of insight. You just need to go to playlists, and within playlists you have this data science life cycle. Within 20 minutes you will understand about the entire life cycle just within 20 minutes. That's the beauty. So if you want to have a quick gist on, okay, what's happening, you can do this. So I'm sharing this link with you all as well. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and ask questions, and feel free to subscribe because we keep conducting a few free sessions. You all will benefit from that. Next, we also have tie up with Panasonic. Even before that, we have built this facial recognition system. Okay, and this facial recognition system. Hey, okay. Please disable your videos, friends. So here, automatically our system would do artificial intelligence stuff to recognize the people, and it's going to track the attendance automatically. Not just that, we also have thermal sensors which will track the body temperature. Okay, and here we also have tie up with Panasonic. Okay, and this Panasonic business head, he works in Krish Naik works in India Innovation Center, and that's me. So what are the kind of projects that Panasonic is doing? In the first place, Panasonic is the only electronics company on the planet to have crossed 100 years of existence. They are there in the space of healthcare. They work in the space of automotive. They work in the space of industrial automation, right? And then they also have home appliances. They work in all these spaces. And a few of the interesting use cases that they are working on is that if you have, for example, aircon, AC, and usually we use AC during summer season. So during rainy season and winter season, we do not use AC. That means there'll be a lot of dust which will get accumulated on AC. And because of the dust, the cooling effect will reduce. Electricity bills will skyrocket. And if you forcibly continue using, components might fail. Hence, we have placed industrial IoT sensors to capture the data, and that data was then placed on cloud, and then that data was taken to send technicians on ground proactive alerts saying that, hey, this AC might break down in the next 3 days. Components might fail, cooling effect might reduce. These proactive alerts will help technicians go and fix the issue even before something goes wrong, thereby increasing the satisfaction of the customers. These kind of interesting use cases are brought into the training of 360DigiTMG, and we are the only exclusive edtech partner for Panasonic India and Panasonic India Innovation Center. We also have accreditation from City and Guilds, which is a UK-based establishment. This is 150-year-old university. We have accreditation from UTM, which is ranked in 187th position globally. We have IBM accreditation. We have Panasonic. You name it. We are backed by the giants in the industry because our curriculum is so very unique. We have built a forecasting model to forecast number of COVID-19 cases in collaboration with Apollo hospitals. And we achieved an accuracy of 98%. And then Indian government told that, you know what, you have to refrain yourself from forecasting or building forecasting models. And then we started refraining. Then our past participants, when they do the projects, when they complete their trainings, we give them an opportunity to work on live projects. And this is one such project done for Government of India, wherein you put a bounding box, and the moment a vehicle passes through that, it is automatically counted and tracked. Right? Automatically it is tracked and counted. So, and this is placed in the backend database automatically. Look at that, heavy moving vehicle, multi-axle, heavy moving vehicle, light moving vehicle, medium vehicle. In that way, automatically it is tracked. We have also built an AI driven chatbot, and a few of our past participants got involved in building this. You just need to scan the QR code and you can place an order for your food while seated on the table. And then you have behavioral analytics. This was done by our participants in Malaysia. We have our office in Malaysia and in 30 different locations in our country, in India. And we have also office in USA. So we are a global organization. So this places a bounding box around the face, determines the gender as well as emotions, behavioral analytics, whether you're sleepy or neutral or happy. And not just that, we have also built robot, an AI driven robot. And this AI driven robot is called as Winnie. Okay, let me stop your videos. Yeah. This Winnie is a chatbot that we have built, which would automatically track you. Let me see if I can play.
Hello everyone, I am Winnie. A warm welcome to our event. Hi Nina, I am Winnie. You look so excited to see me, so I might can answer some of your questions. Data science. Data science is a multidisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge and insight from structured and unstructured data.
So we keep including our past participants, and whatever we do. Now we have Vinny also. Okay, we want to get a video of that and then make it famous. And these are the kind of use cases that people will learn. And do you know what? As part of Innodatatics, we do projects for various customers. And automotive, if I were to speak about automotive, what we have done is we have done a project for a gold standard company in India in the space of automotive. And we presented the paper in our conference across India. The interesting projects and amazing projects, successful projects for that case, would present their case once in a year. And Vishwanathanandan, Nambinaran, and so a lot of interesting folks were there. And we presented a paper in this space in a rapidly changing world. And we won the first place. That's me, Bharani Kumar Depuru. And the paper in the sense the project that we completed, we won the first place in this track, and across the 4 tracks again they named us #1. And you know, it's available here also. And then there is also this paper which is available on internet. So that's me taking the award. And then if you just say PMI survival analytics, the first paper that would pop up is our paper. And if you look at this, this is a snapshot. Here, if a vehicle moves from one point to another, and if the vehicle breaks down, say it's going from one point to another, and if the vehicle fails midway, then a lot of people are negatively impacted, including the original equipment manufacturer, because it's a warranty cost. If a vehicle breaks down, you call the service center, they will come and fix it. It's a cost to the OEM. And also, if your vehicle is under insurance, you claim insurance. These are the two key stakeholders who are negatively impacted. So what we have done is we have placed industrial IoT sensors, TCU or ECU, on the truck. And this truck, while on the move, would capture the data of all the various components, and it would place the data on cloud. From this cloud, you take the data and perform descriptive analytics and predictive analytics. That is, will a vehicle break down or not in a specific journey? If it is going to break down, after how many kilometers will it break down, and which component will break down? Okay, and which component will break down, basically. That is what we would be interested in. And then, not just that, when I go here, we have done projects in the space of life sciences, healthcare, in the space of manufacturing. I can show you that as well. Let me see, because I work as a chief data scientist on a few of the firms. I think I can showcase. Let me type here. Yep, there we go. So this is a project on which I was assisting the folks. It takes the prescription form which doctor gives you. Say you have some disease, you go and visit a doctor. What would the doctor do? Doctor is going to prescribe some medicines for you. Okay, and that would be in the form of a paper, and that is digitized automatically. We scan this and automatically the various words, keywords will come in a database in a structured format in a table. For example, name of the patient will go here. Age of the patient will go here in that way. And not just that, we have also, if you have traces of cancer, then you go to a radiologist. Radiologist is an MBBS doctor with specialization in radiology, right? So they take the X-ray image or DICOM image or some image, and then they analyze the image. If they feel that no, there are traces of cancer, then they will ask you to go and visit pathologists, MBBS doctor with a specialization in pathology. And pathologists would actually prick some portion of your tumor, which is sent, it's called as biopsy. They will put it on a glass slide. They put a liquid and then they spread it. They take an image of that and do image analysis. They analyze manually. Can we automate all of these things was a question that we wanted to answer. And you know what? Yep, this is exactly what we have done. We have taken, this was for breast cancer. So we have taken the cancer or mammography images, and then we have analyzed it using analytics. And these are the accuracies that we achieve. Same is the case with pathology images also. Okay, and that's me, guys. All right. So why am I showing you guys these things? A few of the things I cannot demonstrate. There are 50 plus projects that we have done, and I cannot demonstrate everything, but a few I'm showing you guys. Manufacturing. We have Coca-Cola, which is one of our prestigious customers. We are doing industrial revolution project for them, and you'll have machines. These machines will have IoT sensors such as sound sensors, vibration sensors, chiller sensors, filler sensors, temperature sensors, and there are a lot of sensors which exist. All these sensors capture the data. Blower sensor, filler sensor, chiller sensor. There are many sensors, guys. A few of the industrial IoT sensors we install. So people from electronic background, electrical background, right? And people from mechanical background, because they know more about machines, right? Are more preferred to work as data scientists in these kind of projects. And then we took the data and we placed it on SCADA system because they had a few of the SCADA machines. SCADA is like, you can think about that as industrial PC, a computer attached to the machine, okay, or cloud or on premise, whatever. And then we built predictive models. This predictive model would predict that, do you know what, your machine, this component might fail in the next 3 hours. These kind of proactive alerts are sent to technicians as SMS. The moment this technician receives a message that this machine might break down in the next 2 hours, 3 hours, etc., they go and fix the issue proactively. If there is an issue, they fix. If there is no issue, they come back to us saying that, hey, your model has given a false alarm. And then we improve upon it. It's a cycle, right? These are the kind of interesting things that we have done. Financial services insurance. I mean, a lot of the banks we have very, very closely worked with in terms of building loan default prediction models. Energy and resources, we have a product, wind turbine breakdown prediction model. Be it retail, be it social media, telecom, etc. The reason being, people say that I am from a specific background, right? They say that, do you know what? I'm not from IT. I am from finance background. I've done my MBA finance. Oh, or they might say, do you know what? I'm from BSc statistics. If you're from statistics, mathematics, this is a logical move for you guys. If you're from non-math, non-stat background, like me, I'm from non-math, non-stat background, but I happen to be chief data scientist on 4 different companies alongside being director of our own company. So that's fine, absolutely fine. Okay. If you have telecom experience, you can work in the space of telecom. If you have retail experience, you can work there. Energy and resources. Mechanical engineers are more preferred here in manufacturing. Aviation, automotive, life sciences, healthcare, you name it, friends. You name it. Okay. The reason why I'm showing this is because you might have those questions on, am I eligible? Okay, so let me show you Infosys. Not just Innodatatics. All these service-based companies operate not just in a single industry, but they operate in multiple industries like agriculture, aerospace, automotive, right? Consumer goods, financial services, education, healthcare, you name it. Why one company? Take any company for that case, even IBM, Accenture, Deloitte, you name it. They have their presence in all these industries. So no matter which educational background that you have, and no matter what past experience you have, you would be considered valid, and your past experience would be considered valid. You will not be considered as a fresher if you have experience. Okay. And then we also have this domain analytics, which we have for people enrolling for our, okay, so fine. Domain analytics, wherein we have life sciences, healthcare analytics, and bunch of these. I think we would have trained until now, the count has crossed 200. 200 plus doctors and the people from medical background, we have trained them. People from finance background enroll for financial analytics. People from networking background, I mean computers, networking background, they opt for cybersecurity analytics and the bunch of those. Okay, so the next thing that I wish to switch your attention to is here. So we have domain analytics, people from life sciences, healthcare analytics. They go through this life sciences, healthcare analytics, people from financial analytics, this, marketing, HR, supply chain, cybersecurity, so on and so forth. We have tie up with all these big players, universities. TUVSUD is a German-based certification body, Panasonic. These are the sample certificates. Future is looking bleak, friends. No doubt about that. The impact of recession is going to be, you know, experienced by all of us. But then opportunities are also umpteen. There are huge number of job opportunities in the space of data science. And here we go. People keep asking me on, hey, Bernie, tell me, I mean, on LinkedIn, I keep getting such questions on, should I learn Python or should I learn R? All I say is it's not Python or R, it is Python and R. For in a few scenarios, for a few business problems, R is amazing. For a few other business problems, Python is amazing. And you know what? You'll also have Tableau training, which is a business intelligence tool. Then you'll be trained on, you'll be provided with, a few recorded videos on SQL, Hadoop, Spark, Azure, so on and so forth. Okay, we know that there is huge amount of data flowing our way through all these sources: stock market, Internet of Things, brick and mortar stores, e-commerce portals, video surveillance, drug discovery, Mars rover exploring planet Mars, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, wearable devices, you name it. And the amount of data that is getting generated is as follows. In 1 minute, look at what is happening. And one of the research says that within 1 year from now, every day, we will experience double the amount of data that we have seen on the previous day, double the amount of data. Devices are shrinking. Devices are becoming smaller and capacity is increasing. It can store more data. For example, data centers are getting replaced by quantum computers. According to Moore's law, if you have a chip on which if you have transistors take the input and amplify the signal. So these transistors would get doubled every 2 years. And you know what? Post 2012, AI performance has been doubling every 3.4 months, advancing more than 300,000 times. 300,000, oh my God, right? According to Criders law, the amount of data that you can store on the same sized hard disk is just getting doubled every year. The amount of data flowing through your optical fiber, internet, etc. is getting double every 9 months. And according to Henry's law, the number of pixels, say for example, you purchased a phone for $1,000 and it has 20 megapixel. Do you know what? After 2 years, you would get 40 megapixel clarity for the same price. That means a lot of people would be taking videos and images. That means image processing, video analytics will be at its peak. That means the profession of data science and AI would just skyrocket. And a lot of people keep asking me this question on, hey, can you explain us more on artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning and deep learning, and what is the difference? Okay, let me explain. Artificial intelligence means if you take an inanimate object, okay, that means object which is not alive, and then if it also has computing capabilities, then these things can replace humans. An object which is non-living with computing, such as your robot, such as your system, computer, whatever be it. The for Paradise Biryani, the food chain, we have built a chatbot. I've shown you Winnie the robot. All these are examples of inanimate objects which have computing capabilities. And they have the capability to replace the work which humans do. And if you can artificially imbibe human-like intelligence into the computers or inanimate objects, then it's called as artificial intelligence. And you have data science. Data science is all about dealing with data. It's a science wherein you analyze the data. Within data science, you have data mining, which is all about digging the data and bringing out meaningful insights from the data. Very similar to coal mining. In coal mining, you dig coal. In data mining, you dig data. Then you have machine learning. Machine learning is all about building predictive modeling. You build predictive models. And then you have deep learning. Deep learning is synonymous to something called as neural networks. And there is a new field which is emerging, which is called as reinforcement learning. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, you end up building an AI application. Now that you have attended this session, it should be clear for you, and don't interchangeably keep using the terms. And I'm sure you understand it now. So a few things I would skip. Okay, this is an important slide. There is huge demand for data scientists. Okay. And you should just see what are the global salaries. Okay, I'll first speak in the context of Indian market, wherein a fresher, a person who newly graduated, would be getting anywhere between 4.5 lakhs to 12 lakhs per annum. Who is saying this? Industry experts and research agencies are saying this. What about working professionals? For working professionals, you can expect, this is an Indian currency. For every 1 year of experience, you can gain or earn anywhere between 2.5 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs per annum. What does that mean for a 10 years experienced professional? You need not be from data science, okay? 95% of the people are getting trained and entering into the field of data science. Okay, there's a severe dearth of data scientists. Job openings are many. Number of people to fill those is very less. And one research says that 97,000 positions are open because people are not able to find a meaningful data scientist. Okay. So if someone with 10 years of work experience can expect anywhere between 25 lakhs to 35 lakhs per annum. 25 lakhs to 35 lakhs per annum. So that's for the taking, friends. And let me also show you the global market. So you can just say data scientist salary. Okay. And if I were to show the US market, look at this. University of Wisconsin is saying this, that the median salary for experienced data scientists is $165,000. And for experienced manager level professionals, it's $250,000 upwards. Wow. Yeah. So that's what it is. And according to Katie Nudgetts, which is into research, they say that Python is #1 tool, R, Anaconda, SQL, TensorFlow, Keras, Scikit-learn, and Tableau. A few of these are libraries which we are going to make use of. Do you know what? You are going to learn 8 of the top 10 tools that are listed down by Katie Nudgetts. And what are you going to learn as part of the training? Let me tell you that we get started with basic statistics. We assume that you don't know anything about, you know, um, data science. And we also assume that you are new to programming. Hence, when it comes to Python programming or R programming, we are going to conduct free sessions for 16 hours just to ensure that you get your hands dirty. And when we train you all on Python and R, we train you right from basics. And how would that be? Let me see if I can open the tool and show you guys, because a lot of you might be, thinking that programming, oh my God, it's a nightmare, right? Not at all, my dear friends, not at all. So this is what I keep telling and instructing our, friends who want to venture into data science, that R and Python, okay, they are like your friends. Treat them like your friends. Okay, don't treat them like your enemy. They are your friends. Number one, who will help you get more salary, who will help you have a better career. So why see these tools as enemies? They are your friends. Number two, if you know English, you would learn R and Python, because R and Python is nothing but English language. I don't know why people call it programming, but it's English language, clearly put. Let me explain why. So if you say 1 plus 1, and this is how I train, and this is how we train at 360. 1 plus 1, this is called as a script window. And if you click on run, it says that, hey, it's 2. If you say 5 multiplied by 8, for example, and if you click on run, it says answer is 20. Wonderful. So I can start using R or Python as a calculator. Next. Hey, you also told that you train right from scratch on statistics. Can you explain? Okay, sure. So if I take these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You all would have learned as part of your school days something called as, if you remember, mean or average, right? Mean. And how do you calculate mean of a specific data set? You take these numbers, add them up. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. You add all these numbers and divide it by the total count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. This is 15 by 5 and you get 3. We get started right from this basics because we understand that you are new to data science. You would have forgotten what you learned as part of your school days. That's fine. Okay. Hey, you also claim that the programming languages, statistical programming languages, R and Python are like English language. Can you prove it? Sure. Let me create X and let me combine all these 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me combine those and assign it to X. Now, if you say mean of X, and if I mean mean, right? You type mean as mean, English language of X. And the answer is 3. Here also we got 3. Here also we're getting 3. So where is the programming aspect here? I fail to understand. And yeah, this is how it is, friends. If you know English, you learn this. And we will be taking baby steps to become a data scientist. Okay, we'll not jump in with 10, 20, 100 lines of code. No, slowly and steadily we will get to our goal. Okay, next. We also train you all on project management methodology. crisp DM because you need to have the high level understanding on how to do projects. Then we train you on hypothesis testing, data cleansing, data preparation, exploratory data analysis, descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, regression techniques, classification techniques, black box techniques, neural networks, convolution neural networks to deal with images and videos, recurrent neural networks for dealing with your unstructured textual data. So you will learn on how to deal with your regular data, which comes in a tabular format. Alongside that, you will learn on how to deal with images, videos, and unstructured textual data. You learn about data mining, supervised machine learning, and unsupervised learning, which includes clustering, segmentation, association rules, dimension reduction, network analytics, recommender system, text mining, natural language processing, latent directly allocation, latent semantic analysis, right? Bunch of those, and then forecasting. You learn about Keras, TensorFlow, and now there is something called as PyTorch. You'll get introduced to PyTorch also. And finally, you will learn on how to deploy your model in production. So three key things which people are asking in interviews, and 99% of people who are trained on data science are unable to answer those questions. Number one, how do you deploy model in production? Number two, how do you build your model in distributed environment? And number three, how do you build your model at scale? Yep, all these three things is what you will learn and understand. How do I become a successful data scientist? Number one, you have to have greater than 80% of attendance. Without attending, this is not a magic institute, this is a training institute. Okay, so you have to attend, right? Number one. Number two, you will have to practice. I keep giving this example that it is similar to swimming. If you want to learn swimming, if you go to YouTube and watch all the videos, and if you go to Google and read all the books, and then if you jump into water, what will happen? That would be a career-ending move. You will drown. Because you need some experts to guide you. And that is exactly what we do. And to learn swimming, it's not about watching videos or reading books. It's all about practice. And we expect greater than 80% of assignments to be submitted on time. Only then there'll be some discipline, and only then you move on to get a job, right? And once you clear this, I mean, our assignments team will evaluate and give you a feedback on what is good, bad. And you know what? Daily from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., our lines are open, meaning we'll give you a link to connect on Zoom. And you can just connect and clarify your doubts on assignments or subjects or whatever be it. Then you have domain knowledge. You are going to work on 2 projects for data science, people who enroll for data science alone, and people who enroll for AI also, then they'll be working on AI projects. These are live industry projects. Korean Airlines, Avianca Airlines, right? Coca-Cola, all these are our customers. So you'll be working on one of those projects. And all these 3 put together will make you a successful data scientist. These are all the awards, accolades that we have. Any trainer who trains you hails from Financial Times top 20 B schools. So you will not be trained by substandard people who just got trained and they want to become data scientists. No, you will be trained by those people who have at least a decade of experience working in the field of data science and AI. Okay, all right. So do you know what? You can attend the sessions multiple times for the next 1 year. We have sessions on weekdays and also we have sessions on weekends. On weekdays, our sessions will be from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. All these are Indian Standard Times. We have our trainings also from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Different other batch. I mean, whichever batch suits you, you can join. We also have trainings in the evening from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And a few of the people join from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. also. That's up to you. I mean, there are, I think, 3 to 4 batches which run every day by different trainers. And what do on weekdays, meaning Monday until Friday. And on Saturday and Sunday, we expect you to spend some time in submitting your assignments. Then people who feel that, no, I want to opt for weekends, we have trainings on Saturdays and Sundays. 2 batches happen. One batch will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on both days, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And another batch will be from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. IST. And recently we started another batch because we have a lot of people joining in from US. It'll be from 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Whatever suits you, you can join. And what do I do on weekdays? You have to submit assignments. And if you miss out any session, do not worry, because we have our AI based learning management system called AI Spry. And this AI Spry has all the training material which is needed. You'll be given username and password wherein you log in, and you'll be assigned a batch like this. Say you have statistical analysis of this or probability distribution, any of these. You'll have the study material, right? And you'll have quizzes for preparation. Your interview preparation starts right from day one. You'll have assignments. You'll have to submit your assignments online. And then if you have any doubts on any slides, click on have a doubt. Maybe you have subject doubt or assignment doubt. Type your question here and on which slide you have the question and click on submit, and one of our team will get back to you. And all the videos are recorded in this way, and we give you the recorded videos in this way, and you can watch it. You can actually fast track it, because I'm usually very slow if I'm the trainer in explaining the concepts. If you feel that, hey, I want to increase it to 2x, you can. All right, next. So for the next 1 year, you can switch your batches, attend different sessions, that's fine. You will be given free lifetime access to our learning management system. You can watch those. You will be given access to our alumni benefits. We keep conducting a lot of free webinars. Industry experts keep coming and they keep doing so on and so forth. There will be quizzes at the end of each module to test your presence of state. And assignments at the end of each module is needed to strengthen your learning. At this stage, the best part is you will start earning certificates. You will get a certificate from 360DigiTMG, certificate 1. Then there'll be IBM modules which will be given to you. You will have to watch those and take the exam. So you also get IBM certificate. That's number 2. Number 3, people who enroll for the professional program wherein you have data science and AI, you'll also be eligible for another certificate called UTM. This is a PG diploma certificate. There is also PG diploma certificate which you can opt for, and UTM you get certificate. So 3 certificates, one from the training institute, which has tie-up with UK University, Malaysian University, IBM, Panasonic, etc. We have our own sweet market value. You get a certificate from IBM, which is an international consulting firm, which has a global recognition. UTM, which is ranked globally in 187th position. And the moment you complete the assignments, you'll move to the next stage of working on live projects. Here, you'll be doing projects with either Innodatatics, or you'll do projects with Panasonic Innovation Center, or you might do projects with one of the clients for whom we might be doing projects, such as it could be Coca-Cola, it could be Korean Airlines. We don't know at that point of time which project we'll be working on, but then you will be given an opportunity. You will be working alongside our team of data scientists, and then the moment you complete this, you get yet another certificate from Innodatatics, from a USA-based analytics consulting firm, that you have done the projects. And all these projects are not textbook examples, my dear friends. These are live projects. So the moment you mention about the live projects on your resume, it will carry its own sweet value. And we help you with the resume preparation after this. We will help you understand on how and what are the keywords that you need to highlight for freshers, for working professionals. How should the resume differ? How should you be active on LinkedIn and other job portals? We also conduct mock interview sessions. And do you know who conducts? People who got trained through us in the past, who are working with Deloitte, who are working with Accenture. Do you know what? A guy with 22 years experience working in SAP. He has joined Ernst & Young as AVP Analytics after getting trained through us. We are very proud of that. A person with 18 years experience who was all the time working in some other technology is now working with Citibank as a senior data scientist. Malaysian Airlines, we have our office in Malaysia also. One of our participants who was actually jobless for 2 years. For 2 years, he was jobless. He's working with Malaysian Airlines, IBS, Hitachi, you name it, friends. So they will interview you, and then they will give you a feedback on your strengths and weaknesses. Next, we have job placement assistance. We give you 100% job placement assistance for people who enroll for our data science training. And we have tie up with 150 plus companies. 150 plus companies across India and overseas. Right? Petrona Towers in Malaysia, one of our past participants, Shubham, he has sent me a message recently saying that, hey, I'm working well here. Thank you so much. Because we have a company in Malaysia, it's very easy in that way to help you guys get placed. I am from, ISB PGP Max, Indian School of Business. You just research on PGP Max, you'll understand the potential of that. The senior leadership team, CEOs, vice presidents of the companies, etc., were my batchmates. So a lot of trainers hail from ISB, IIT, IIMs, Financial Times top 20 B schools. So we have a very strong alumni connect. And we keep 90% of the jobs get referred internally, and you will get an opportunity. And all these people who are working in various companies, they keep letting us know if there are any job opportunities in their companies, and we keep sending our people profiles. And this is how we assist. And people who enroll for professional training, professional certification program, which includes data science and AI, we also give them 100% job guarantee program. If not, entire money that they pay will be returned. 100% job placement, subject to only 3 conditions. Number 1, if you don't attend, as I've told you, this is not a magic institute. So you need to have 80% of attendance. You need to submit greater than 80% of assignments on time. And you need to work on 2 + 2 live projects. Why 2 + 2? 2 with 2 in data science, 2 in AI. That's it. This is all it takes for you to become a successful data scientist. Bang on, right? Now, please ask me questions, whatever questions you have. I'll be more than happy to answer. And one more thing is, what is the course? What is the duration? Yeah, I'll go here quickly. Friends, there are two programs. One is your certificate course in data science, which is for 184 hours, 150 hours of assignments, and 120 hours of live projects. Okay, so let me copy this and paste it on the chat window here. You'll have all the details on what are the modules which are covered, right? And to what extent do you cover? All those details are available in this. Okay, next important thing is that we have a program called Professional Course of Data Science and AI, which includes everything which we cover in data science plus artificial intelligence. We just want to ensure that for 100% job placement program, we give this. The fee is given here, 69,000 plus GST in Indian currency, and 300 hours of training, 300 hours of assignments, and 2 plus 2 live projects. And let me put here in the chat window both of these. So you have the URLs. Hey, what concepts do you teach us on? What concepts do you train? Everything is very clearly listed down. GANs, DBNs, GRUs, LSTMs, speech recognition, automatic text generation, how to build a chatbot, reinforcement learning, auto AI, explainable AI. All these things are very clearly explained as part of our training. Mathematical foundations, programming. We get started right from scratch, friends. That's taken. We do not assume even an inch about, we don't assume that certain things before you join. So there are no prerequisites. All you need to have is the zeal and passion towards analytics. All right. So I'll take your questions now. Please ask your questions on chat window, friends. And you can also unmute and ask your questions if you have any. Yeah. Please go ahead. Do not hesitate. However simple or however foolish